Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabans, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. We'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So let's get into this topic here. Stephen A. Smith is back at it again. As you guys know, Giannis Antetokounmpo is on the verge of being traded, either to the Miami Heat or the Boston Celtics. This is the number one talk, and a lot of people are saying that this is going to happen in less than 12 hours before the NBA draft. So that's being said. So on ESPN today, a bunch of people weighed in on it. Brian Windhorst, Shams weighed in on it as well. Mike Greenberg, he weighed in on it. But then it came time for Stephen A. Smith to weigh in on it on ESPN First Take. And after Brian Windhorst spoke, Stephen A. Smith did what he always does, which is make everything about him and bring his personal issues with NBA players and bring them to the forefront and basically make it a, you see, gotcha moment. As you guys know, Stephen A. Smith and Jaylen Brown are not fans of one another. Jaylen Brown has made his feelings clear about him. Stephen A. Smith has done the same. So after this news came out, Stephen A. Smith then decided to take it upon himself to use it as a moment to trash Jaylen Brown's character in front of the entire world, after saying that there are people out there that don't like you and don't like the way you carry yourself, and then essentially doing the bidding of those very people that he warned him about. Take a look at the footage here.
I would love to see him in Miami, but only if he was playing with Bam Adebayo and, at least, and possibly Tyler Hero, which is highly unlikely, because if you make a deal for Giannis, you're going to have to give up one, if not both of those brothers to get Giannis. And I'm not sure that obviously works. So I get that part, but I would love to see him with Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero with Eric Spoelstra coaching him, because I think that they would be very formidable, because Eric Spoelstra is a Hall of Fame coach. Let's get that out the way. We all know that, from a roster perspective, the Boston Celtics are the better fit in terms of immediate championship contention, et cetera, et cetera. Let's call it what it is, guys. When we talk about this deal, Wendy, Jay, involving the Boston Celtics, you're talking about Jaylen Brown. We gonna peel off. We gonna peel it off, and we gonna get right to it. This is what Jaylen Brown wanted. You got it. Jaylen Brown, from a talent perspective, Jaylen Brown has proven he's a number one. This brother was something special last year. He was an MVP candidate. We ain't taking nothing away from him. This brother was sensational last year when Jason Tatum was out. But we're going to go back to it, Jay, because I know you know the brother, and I know you know a lot about what's going on in the league, and of course you do too, Wendy. This is a man that is an NBA champion, that is an NBA Finals MVP, that is playing for the most storied franchise in basketball annals, accustomed to winning championships. He's played in 6 conference finals, and he got bounced out in the first round after losing a 3-1 lead to the Philadelphia 76ers with a hobbled Joel Embiid, and called it his favorite season. That's a big reason why this move potentially is being done. It's not the only reason. I won't insult basketball minds and acting like the Boston Celtics jacking up 53 three-pointers a game or whatever is going to cut it. They got to change their style of play, Jay. You're absolutely right. Style of play does matter. Realizing that style of play isn't necessarily going to work, particularly against the Knicks, with the Detroit Pistons coming with the belief that the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be better. That's not going to cut it. We got that from a basketball perspective. But that is not the only reason that the Boston Celtics are considering making this move. They're considering making this move because they know that their number 2 or 1A, as we say, wants to be number 1. That's basically what he did. Jaylen Brown doesn't want to fess up to the fact that he told on himself. When you say getting bounced out in the first round of the playoffs and less than 24 hours after your season is over, when the city of Boston, of all places, not Memphis, not Utah, not Sacramento or something like that, Boston, when they are mourning your team going home in the first round, and you haven't even had an opportunity to pass gas, and you're saying that was your favorite season? Oh, that still sticks at the craw of Boston Celtics fans. They don't like something like that. Boston Celtics know it, but most importantly, Jason Tatum knows it. Now, Jason Tatum, from everything that I've been told, is not one to make a lot of noise. But Jay, Wendy, you know this. His family is. His team is. He ain't going to make the noise. But they make a whole lot of noise about stuff that they don't like if they don't like it. And make no mistake, the Boston Celtics belong to Jason Tatum. It's his team. This man is coming off of an Achilles tear, and they still ain't thinking about it. We ain't hearing his name in no trade offers. We ain't hearing about him. You know why? Because it's not just about his play on the court. It's about how he represents the fabric of the franchise. Jaylen Brown is a good dude. He is not a bad person. He's smart as hell. He's a good dude, high character, the whole bit. But he believes he should be a number one. And when he said that was my favorite season and most of it was played without Jason Tatum, that's what he was saying. Because he was that dude. And the team relied on him, no matter what he says. That's how it comes across. And if you're the Boston Celtics, after him saying all of that, you can't come back to next season with him. Well, clearly they don't care about how he feels about it because they're letting it be known he's on the market. Why? It certainly isn't his talent. We know the brother's an all-world player, and he's under 30. Why would you think about making that move? Because of the reasons I said. That's the hell why. That's why they're willing to move on from Jaylen Brown. And Jaylen Brown going to someplace like Milwaukee or wherever it is, where he will be the clear number one option, is what he wants. Period. That's why all of this is happening.
So you saw it there. What are my thoughts about this? At a certain point, somebody got to say something. Bro, we're talking about the trade. And we all know that the reason you're doing it is because son got at you. But the part that Stephen A. Smith likes, the part that kills me is that I'm a big boy, man. I don't get offended by nothing, man. I just be saying my piece, man. I don't get offended by it. I can take the heat. I can take the heat. You talk about me. I can take the heat. BS. And apparently his own viewers are seeing through it. Let me read through some of the comments. We can put some up if we can. We'll put some up if we can't. One guy says, I see Stephen A. Smith is still in his feelings about Jaylen calling him out. Another guy said, I hope ESPN didn't delete some of the comments. Another guy said, Stephen A. thought he ate with this one. Another guy says, this is mainly supposed to be about Giannis, Stephen A. You're going so hard for no reason. Another person said, Stephen A. Smith turned this into a JB segment. Another guy said, Jaylen Brown never said that. Another guy said, Jaylen might not have handled losing to the Sixers all that well, but let's not act like Boston trading him wasn't going to happen eventually. Bro's been putting in trade talks for like 3-4 years now. Another person said there were a few more comments. Another guy said, Giannis, no, I can't find some of them, but I read a bunch early. But if you go through the comments, that's essentially what people are saying, right? People are getting at him for making it personal. What are my thoughts about this? Nothing about this surprises me. Nothing about this surprises me. That's why I was laughing at Stephen A. when he was responding to Trump. He was like, I can take it, man. You can talk about me. I'm a big boy, man. I can take it. It's okay. It's cool. I can take the high road. Stephen A. Smith never takes the high road. He never takes the high road. And he used that as a moment to railroad Jaylen Brown. That is exactly what he did. Why? Because he had that back and forth with him. That's why LeVar Ball says Stephen A. Smith is faker than a $36 bill, man. That's what he said. Why? Because we've all seen it. When he's about to play you, he'll say a whole bunch of great things about you. You did this, you did that, you did this, you're great at this. And then turn around and start playing you. That's what he did right here. Nobody cared, bro. We didn't care about all of that. You made it about yourself and your issue. You made it about you and the issue you have with you. Personalized the entire segment. That's why everybody was watching on the segment with Jay Williams and Brian Wynn. I was like, bro, like what? We're talking about a trade here, and this is what you coming with, bro. Like, come on, man. What are we talking? What is it? What does any of that matter? But on a larger scale, I want to say this: when Jaylen Brown asks who are those people that said that and Stephen A. Smith can't release, because he one of them. He rock with them. He hang out with them. It's like when Dave Chappelle went on the Oprah show and he was complaining about how they tried to make him wear a dress. It's not funny. And why would they do that? And Oprah looking at him like as if she don't know what goes on in Hollywood. She was acting so surprised, like she doesn't even know. She was like, whoa, really? You don't say what? They wanted you to wear a dress, Dave? Really? Like as if you don't know. Like as if you don't know all of those Hollywood humiliation, like you don't know. Oprah over there acting shocked at something she knows damn well. That you got to put on a clown suit if you want to be $100, $200, $300 million man, and we all know it. But everybody want to front. Oh, it's just hard work. Nah, dogs. It's how far are you willing to sell your ass to as you're working. And a lot of people have no issue selling their ass. And Jaylen Brown he seems like one person that just refuses to do so. He's going against the grain, and he's been public enemy number one. And no one has done more to tarnish his public image in the last 6 months than Stephen A. Smith. The very person that said he was looking out for him is doing more damage than the supposed people that hate Jaylen Brown. And these are the facts. These are the facts. You can slice it any way you like it. You can be a Stephen A. Smith fan. Don't nobody care, bro. That is exactly what's going on here. All of those people that he said don't like you because they think you're too smart and this and this and this and this and this and that. Stephen A. the one, I can never reveal my sources. But now he's going after him. Is this the first time we've seen this? No. That's why he was apologizing to the Knicks. He went even at the Knicks players. Josh Hart, I know who cut your paycheck. What about Lonzo Ball? I know where you got your surgery. I'll expose the day and the doctor you did it. Kevin Durant, you don't want to make an enemy out of me. Kyrie, like, come on, dog. This is your pedigree. This is your pedigree. And then when people like myself call it out, oh, you hating on Stephen A. Really? You got all of these people out here saying all of this, and I'm hating? Are you serious? Who asked you for all of that? We already knew this already. We get it, bro. You don't like him. We get it. You don't like him. We get it. Jaylen Brown not trying to come on your show. He not trying to make you his big bro like a lot of some of these other NBA players dudes do. Oh, Stephen A, that's big bro. He don't care about that, man. He's making enough money. He doesn't need to come up there and twerk it up for you. He's not doing it. And that don't be sitting well with people like this because these kind of dudes be liking to sun people. They be liking to take you under the wing. He like, nah, yeah, man. You ain't taking nobody under no damn wing. Go take your little son under your whoever, one of your little wing. You're not taking me under there. He trying to sun him. And he like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Come on, man. Like, come on. Enough is enough with it, man. Like, enough is enough. You ain't had to go into all of that. That's why everybody in the panel was like, yeah, so anyway, back to the trade. Like, because everybody's like, okay, none of this matters. When do you even try to make it about, like, keep it above the fray? Well, you know, this says that the Boston said, not. Then here comes the, well, they didn't like what he had to say. And so therefore, and this and this and this and this and this and that. Unreal. He got a lot to say about Jaylen. I could say some other things right here. I'm not going to say. He got a lot to say about Jaylen Brown, and he ain't got nothing to say about some things out here. You heard? He got a lot to say about Jaylen Brown because son looked like him, and he was all smiles when he was being called an idiot and dumb as a bucket of rocks and low IQ. He was all smiles. I'm just saying, bro, you be having that energy a lot for people to look like you, a lot of it. And then when the other time comes, oh, no, you know, I'm above the fray. I'm a big boy. Yeah,